Has anyone ever paid you a professional compliment by saying, "Gee, I really admire your ability to get things done," or "Wow, it's so easy for you to meet new people"? If so, they're probably recognizing your strengths. I'm Erin O'Hara-Meyer, Ryan's Director of Learning and Development. We all have strengths. Do you know what yours are? StrengthsFinder is a tool that tells you who you are, who other people are, and how you can best work together. If you haven't yet taken an assessment, you'll want to do that. You'll need a StrengthsFinders 2.0 book, and if you don't have one, let me know. The book will have an access code for an online assessment. That assessment will give you a lot of information about yourself. Think of it like your behavioral DNA. It is rich with information about you. This video is a quick overview of strengths and the 4 leadership styles associated with strengths: executing, influencing, relationship building, and strategic thinking. I happen to fall under the influencing leadership style because 4 out of 5 of my strengths are influencing characteristics. In this video, you're not only going to hear from me, but you're going to hear from 4 colleagues who each represent these styles and will tell you in their own words how these styles play out in their role each day. Let's get started. Let's learn more about these 4 leadership styles. Our executing coworkers are our thinking-oriented coworkers. They like results, they like to take action, they might like to roll up their sleeves and dive in and get things done. Our influencing coworkers are our feeling-oriented coworkers. So these are people that are typically very good networkers and alliance builders. They may be very good at selling an idea or being expressive about an idea or an opinion about something. Our relationship builder coworkers are inclusion-oriented. And these are our coworkers who think about the team, and they think about how people might feel about things and have concern for people. They're typically very good listeners, very sincere, and very respectful in their interaction with other people. Our strategic thinkers are our focus-oriented coworkers, and these are coworkers who place value on data and logic and facts and thinking about the long term or strategies to get things done. So now you've learned a little bit more about these 4 styles, and next we're going to hear from our coworkers to tell us a little bit more about what these styles mean to them.
My name is Kristen Ranke. I'm a project manager for Ryan Companies. My top 5 strengths are discipline, focus, responsibility, harmony, and includer. And 3 of those strengths lie in the executing leadership style. Those 3 would be discipline, focus, and responsibility.
My name is Doug Deek, and I'm the regional president at Ryan Companies in our Southeast region. My top 5 strengths are achiever, competition, woo, learner, and intellection. And there's 2 that fall into the influencing style, that is competition and woo.
Hi, I'm Dan Miller. I'm the Senior HR Director with Ryan. My top 5 strengths are consistency, adaptability, harmony, relator, and developer, 4 of which fall in the relationship building category.
My name is Megan Conrad, and I'm the Virtual Construction Manager for Ryan in our Great Lakes region. My top 5 strengths are context, intellection, learner, ideation, and input. And actually all 5 of them fall within the strategic thinking category.
So people with the executing leadership style typically like to get things done, turn ideas into reality. To me, they really like to have a process and be direct.
I think the influence leadership style is described best as the ability to see a vision, chart a course, and try and bring people along with you on your journey toward that course.
I would see the relationship style as one that is very focused on people and the building of trust between me and them in order to be able to be successful in managing a project or initiative.
I would describe the strategic thinking leadership style as observing and gathering all kinds of data and sifting through that data for the relevant information, finding what is important and what is insignificant, going through pros and cons and various scenarios and pinpointing obstacles. And from there, making decisions based on this thorough assessment style.
I think my strengths are helpful in my day-to-day role because being responsible is really helpful, so that you can, focus on what's important, make sure that materials are here on time, make sure that contracts and insurance are in place.
I see these strengths playing out on a daily basis when we're pursuing work. That competitive fire, the desire to understand which direction the team needs to head to win that business and drive strongly in that direction is a huge component of how this influence behavior comes in.
Most, if not all, of my strengths play out on a daily basis through coaching and listening and the relationship building that I do with people in realizing their potential and then helping them to realize it for themselves.
I see these strengths play out in my day-to-day work by my constant collection of information and storing it in the back of my mind for when it's needed later on. So an example of this would be before I go into an in-person meeting or to a WebEx, I review as much information as I can about the meeting and the content of the meeting so I can strategize my approach before I actually go into the meeting.
My preferred method of communication is typically by email because I do like to receive a list of items that need to be taken care of, and I kind of use my inbox as a to-do list.
When communicating with somebody with an influencing leadership style, there really are two things to be: very succinct and to the point. Be direct, give us the headlines, not the detail.
The way that I prefer to be communicated with, I would say, would be through either face-to-face or conversation. Ultimately, I would prefer that it be open, honest, candid discussion so that I can really see the true person there.
I prefer others to communicate with email or instant message so I can look at it and absorb the information and then kind of analyze or strategize my response to that, which can take some time because I like to be thorough.
I think my executing style can get in my own way in the fact that I'm very black and white, and because I like things so structured. So I always tell people I kind of struggle seeing the gray in things. It's hard for me to see when things are, maybe they're not 100% right, but we can, work with it and kind of massage it to be what we need it to be.
Very often we have an idea where we want to head, and we're already trying to influence the team, which direction we're trying to go, as opposed to stepping back, listening to everybody else's opinion, and then recognizing, hey, you know what? My thought on where we should be heading might not be the right one.
My style can be a hindrance at times because there may not be enough time to build relationships when something needs to be done more quickly. And I would say also that I can get frustrated with those that don't respect the need for a relationship, whether it be for a current or a future need.
This style can actually get in my own way or hinder my productivity by analysis paralysis. Sometimes there's just so much information, and many times the outcomes are equally as good or bad, but I just have to remind myself to make those key decisions in a timely manner to not affect anyone else negatively.
3 words that describe our attributes would be efficient, thorough, and decisive.
Passionate, persuasive, and then of course, influencing.
Credible, real, and powerful.
Smart, detail-oriented, and thoughtful.
So you probably heard some commonalities and some differences. Let me further explain what it is you were hearing. Our executing and our strategic thinking coworkers share the fact that they are both task-oriented behavior styles. They think in terms of what and why, and what are the steps or the actions that need to be taken to get to a result. On the other hand, our influence and relationship building coworkers have a tendency to be people-oriented styles. So they might think about who and how they need to approach a situation. What are the relationships that need to be built before they get to the work or the task at hand. The executing style and the influence style share the fact that they are both direct communication styles, meaning that they are more telling. They may be very comfortable sharing an idea or offering an opinion. Our relationship builders and our strategic thinkers are more indirect in their communication style. So they may be more reflective. They may want some time before they respond. They may be more asking in their approach to other people. Now you have a better understanding of strengths and the leadership styles associated with strengths. You probably also have learned a bit more about yourself, your coworkers, and how you can best work together. If you haven't yet done an assessment, you'll want to do that. It's important. It gives us great information to help us become a better team. I'd also encourage you, as a team, if you haven't already, to do a strengths training. HR is happy to partner with you on that. You can also find out more information about your coworkers and their strengths on Rhino Career. We have a database of over 800 coworkers' strengths. So take a look and don't forget to add your own. I hope you found this video valuable. I appreciate your time and thank you for watching.